Okay, our roadmap for today will be object-oriented programming, principles of OOP. It is abstraction, inheritance, encapsulation, and polymorphism. Also, we'll talk about UML. UML, especially we'll talk about class diagrams. The most important things which we will also explain, its relations between classes, and these relations will be, if we are talking about is a relation, is a, it's about inheritance, and also has a, that's about association, aggregation, and composition. Because three of these relations means that one class holds another one. Also, we will talk about classes, abstract classes, interfaces, also simple class, interface, let's abstract and simple class. So abstract and not abstract. Okay, let's be abstract and non-abstract. Non-abstract, about interfaces, about enum, about records. We also, I believe for today it will be enough for us, and we will start from what we will do. What we will do, Rahim? We will. Okay, let's start. Let's start from some small image. And today we will have one, I believe, interesting idea. Let's talk about, we have, let's imagine that we have let's talk about classification, because OOP it's about classification and about creation of your own classes, own data types, and these data types will be reflected as classes in your code. And what is a class? A class usually has, what happened with this? Not this, but this better. So this usually and again this color. So I put the name of our class. In our class I will classify everything in our world. And what we will do? we'll create an animal. It will be a class. Maybe I will be a bit it will be a bit strange for you, but so what we will do, animal, it's animal, and let's talk about the properties of any animal. Which properties any animal has? Which properties? Please help me with this. Good, very good. Let's be yes, good, very good. So any of animal can have name, which is string, and also another interesting data type. It's a brain, of a type brain, and heart. Also age, let it be weight, double, or maybe it could be maybe it will be int, and height. Good? I believe yes, it will be good. Sometimes animals also have bugs. Yes? Of type bug. My suggestion to focus on these properties, because I have one idea, but please, your suggestions are welcome, because my fantasy is limited, and it will be good if you give me sometimes ideas about. So what I'm doing now, this is properties of our animal, but also there is it's a properties of fields of a class, properties of fields of a class, and also we have behavior. Behavior will be represented as a methods, and these methods, any animal. Okay, Rahim, you are writing something, I'm reading. Good, very good. But I suggest you to good, right, very good. Let's do the next. Let's create a bug also. Good. Let it be bug. I understand it's maybe not something. What happened with this? I don't understand what happened with these drawings. Something gone wrong with drawings, and I don't understand what happened, because okay, I have to resize image, and that's okay. I got idea. That's I'm okay. And about bug. Bug will be small, because bugs shouldn't be large, they should be small. So what about bug? Bug, also it will be a class. Bug. Bug. And also Yes, and bug also will have properties which will be very close to the properties of our animal. It will be name. Let it be name. str. It's clear. Then behavior of any bug will be behavior. But again, you are right that a bug could be subclass. You are absolutely right. So what I'm doing, byte, and it will be animal. So any bug could do this with animal. It is not very good option of them, but what we can do? So what this is about, everything about bug. And also you see that bug has some relation to animal, yes, but also we have brain and we have heart. To simplify our task, I will do very simple thing, and I will do the next. What I'm doing, I'm taking this, edit, copy, paste. Okay, let it be. If in this way, then let it be in this way. Good, very good. And the main function of okay, we'll create brain. Brain will not have a name, any name, but the main idea is think. That's behavior of a brain. And also we'll create heart. What is the main behavior of a heart? Pump. Good, pump. So this is behavior of our heart. Only one thing I will do, I simply change the color of now they are different. These are my classes and they are different classes. And also we have okay, behavior of animal. Behavior of our animal, what behavior, what the main methods of animal could be? I believe, but you can suggest anything you want. It could be eat, yes, some food, maybe food. Okay, let it be food. Also it could be sleep. And also we have think about sorry, but okay, love. Let it be in this way. Because any animal should produce child, yes? This is the idea of a nature. It will be good, but love with other animal of the same breed, sure. Okay, this is okay or not? Okay, also I forgot, we will do here additional option. It is not rude, Rahim. It is not rude. Everything okay with the terms, with the words? And also we are talking about nature, and in nature we have females and males, yes. So we have sex of our it could be gender, maybe. So you understand what I mean? So we have female, male. It's clear. Now it's clear. So it's an animal. And now we have some question. We will make some question. How relates our brain, heart and bug to this animal? How they relate? Relation is a bit different, but among the methods of relation, it could be has a association, one of association relation. It could be aggregation or composition. And what it will be? If you are talking about brain, then we usually in UML, because now I'm creating for you simple UML diagram by my hands, and brain and heart, you can agree with me that heart and brain can't exist without an animal. Yes, so it's strong. Yes, strong connection. If we are talking about strong connection, then we no, it's not good. I'm looking for some figure. Good. And also I want to no. I want to rotate it. How I can rotate it? Group height set, create. Object properties. No, it's not good. It's not good. Property. I want to rotate it. Okay, let it be. I don't know how to rotate it. I simply do the next. To show that we are having strong connection, we will draw here something like this, and it will be filled area, this rectangle with a filled area. This, and also this. I believe it's clear for you now. Yes, so strong connection. And other option, you know, from databases we also have relations. Yes, and also what I will do, we have a bug, and bug also has relations, and these relations are not so strong because he agrees with me that there are two animals and bug can simply jump from one animal to another one. If you have a dog or a cat, you know, or maybe you know that bugs is a problem for. So this is not a strong this is not strong, and this not strong is a void, is empty inside, it's not filled. So we do this. So this diamond means or rhombus, if you want, means connection. If it's filled, then it's strong. If not, then not. So this is composition. This is composition, example of composition, and this is example of aggregation. And relations between these two classes is 1 to 1, 1 to 1, and this is 1 to many, this relation. These are relations. Association, a relation has a. Then what we will do? We will create one interesting class here, which means it will be a human, and it also will be a class. And I want to ask you, what is the difference between human and an animal? What is the difference? Ha! So we can state that human is an animal. Good, a good idea. But also only eat, sleep and love, that's all what a person can do, human, as a human. So I will add in this structure something more interesting. So okay, what it means? It means that we draw here this line and we put here this triangle. That means that we inherit. That means inheritance. Inheritance. According to our principles, it's about inheritance. It's about inheritance. And also, what about abstraction? Human is an animal, yes, and this is relation is a. What about other properties? What about other properties? Work? Maybe not. I will be more. Let's be more interesting. I will add here talk, yes, but animals also can talk. Study, good. Work and study. Good. I suggest you one thing here. So I will create what I will do. I will create God. To be more, to make this example more interesting, in my opinion, it will be interesting. God, yes. Also, I don't know what properties I can add. I name it as I interface, and what I will do here. That's also will be inheritance, because according to some our visions, we also inherit from God. I don't know what do you think, but in our program we will do this. It's not about religion, it's about maybe philosophy, it's about ability, and now I show you what is the difference between God and animal, because I believe it's really from God. Its ability to creation. What create and how create we don't know, so I create an object, something. So creation is the property which we take from God, maybe. So human can eat, sleep and love, because an animal work or not if he hunting and running after some victim, yes, if it's predator and he runs after some victim, he want to catch him, he want to kill him, eat him, it's also work. And study mother wolf taught his childs, and then they can become hunters. They can hunt and catch some smaller animals. Any, for instance, bird teaches has his childs to fly. Why they fly? They fly because they want to find out some food. That's evident, in my opinion. So maybe it will be good, Rahim, this example. Representative for you or not? Good. So this is inheritance. And this is a class, and this is also a class, and this is interface. You have to remember that interface, any class can inherit from multiple interfaces, but only from one class in the Java. I'm talking about Java. In C++ you can inherit from multiple classes, but in Java we are doing this in this way. So we inherit only from one class and multiple interfaces. For instance, what we can do, we can simply create abilities. And usually in Java, for instance, we have a good rule to create some abilities, and these abilities could have names which has suffix able. For instance, there are some persons who can swimmable. Some of persons can swimmable. Yes, and in this case it will be behavior will be swim. 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 So we also can create a swim. Yes, and we also can add here additional ability. And now this human can create, eat, sleep, love, and swim. So we can add multiple interfaces here. And now you see all these relations. So this is inheritance. This is a human is swimmable. Human is a god in some point of view, or a child of a god, inherit, because human inherits it, and animal also is a parent for human. So this is ideas. And what's the idea of object-oriented programming? You are creating these methods here, you set these properties here, and you shouldn't do this in your classes. This is about inheritance, yes, and relations between the classes. And also that's about abstraction. Abstraction, human is an animal, human is a god, human is a swimmable. Yes, sure, it's not meaning that really human is swimmable, yes. It's nonsense. Also, human is not a god. It's also evident. And human is not an animal, yes, but it combines all these properties. That's about combining of the properties. Then we will create, let me do this. And it will be, what it will be, what we will do, we will create concrete class of a student, and student, as you wrote, can study, yes, studying. It's a student. Also, if we are talking about study, and we can have lecturer, and he can teach. So we have properties. We have these properties, and I believe these properties are evident. And also our lecturer is a human, yes, and also our student is a human. We created education level, yes, excellence, and we will hide this logic and these properties from outside, and also we will what we will do, we will simply use keywords from Java, and in a UML diagrams you can see science, and the science means if you have minus, that means private, if you have plus, that means public, if you have hash, that means protected. So you have 3 different levels of access to fields of our classes. private minus and plus public. So what we will have? We will have private. We will have public, and we will have protected. So 3 access. Also we have default level of access, but usually we don't have any. You don't have any. So this 3. You don't have any special sign for default. This is the and inside these methods, before the fields, we have these signs. So I missed them here, but they are present here. And this is encapsulation. Encapsulation, that's hiding the properties of your object. You have an animal, but no one outside don't know what the brain, heart. You can get information from height, from gender by viewing or measure it. Okay, so you hide something from outside. So we have this idea. This is, according to our agenda, this is UML diagram, class diagram. And now you know the main signs which I used in these diagrams. So you have arrows, it's inheritance or generalization. You have these lines with the diamonds, which means association, which could be very strong association, it's composition, and less, which means aggregation. So we have all these things here. We also have these signs. We can also have packages, but we will not talk about them now. So okay, now we will focus on a code. Let's switch to our environment, development environment. And let's start to create project with a IC2 OOP demo. Next. Finish. And we have our project. We create a package. Package will have a name UA, adu, tntu, fees, Java class, and entities. Entities, finish. And then we also have here new. We name the other package with the name runner to run our program, and we create here something which is application. Yes, our application was a main method. Let's create entities according to our diagram. So at first we start of creation God. We have God. Yes, and God will have a method with a create. Also, Java 8 allows to create default methods, but at first let's create God. Also, we will create additional data structure with the name which allows us, we made it, okay, which allows us to make, let's wait just a moment, because with other students we did it before, so I don't want to type everything twice. So we have an animal, I copy and paste it here. Yes, and also I copy and paste here. From here it will be our gender to simplify our task. I don't want to type everything twice. So what we have here, we will have gender. Gender is enum. Usually enum is could be written, the simplest way of enum representation is here. Yes, and more complex representation is here. So the simplest way is to public enum the name, and we put here the names of this. So we created this. Then I suggest you to have more complicated version of this enum, which is represented here. So this is gender. Now if I switch to our design, yes, we have create, and also here I forgot that return object is object. So gender is it's okay. Now swimmable with the method swim. We also borrow the swimmable from here and put it here. Swimmable with the method swim. Yes, and also but swim method I create default as default method and put here some special logic. This logic will do for us I'm swimming too. And put here longitude and latitude, and also put here break to new line. So we do this, and also we can do okay, so this is the logic of swimmable. And let's, according to our diagram, swimmable is created, God is created. Let's move to the animal. I don't know, we have heart or we don't have a heart. No, we don't have a heart. We should create it. Okay, what about food? Food not. No, we don't have any food. Good. So let's create also in our code animal, and an animal, okay, brain, new class brain with a method void think. Sorry, brain pump. Sorry, brain think right. Think. I'm brain and thinking now. And I'm thinking now. Okay, now what we will do, that's about brain. Also we have heart, it's a pump. I'm pumping, I'm a heart, I'm pumping a blood, and okay, so I created heart, brain, yes, according to our requirements they are created. Also we have a bug, Let's create also a bug. New class with the name bug. Bug will have a method beatAnimal. Void let's also put here private name. Also we'll put here constructor using fields. We are creating constructor, and we are doing the next. We are creating hi. I'm a bug. Get name. Yes, and this is relation also between these two classes. So this is the idea. Yes, and now what we have also brain, bug, heart. Let's move forward. We have bug. Let's move to the animal. So we have an animal. Remove this. We don't need this. Yes, and also animal will have ID. Okay, weight, name, gender. Also we talked about height. Okay, sex. Private height. Name, yes, we are creating name, height, age. I don't know we need age or not, but let it be private int age. And name, height, box, also box. Okay, what about box? Private bug box. And also we have private brain equals to new. Okay, let it be here. And also we have private heart. So we created this animal, and then okay, I remove it from here. Also I created with our Ukrainian students stomach. It will be good example for you, so let it be here. We also will have stomach only for demonstrational purposes, because this class is inside here, inside this class. Yes, you see it. And it's a stomach. Yes, stomach can eat a food. Okay, I also put here a food. Food is simply interface. I put also here food. So food, let's look at on the food. Yes, food, it's simple empty interface. Usually in Java we name it as marker interface. So animal can eat some food. And so it's in Ukrainian, but it's utilization of we have a stomach, we have with the food, Yes, and we have we add to our animal some health. In stomach could have methods, behavior, full, not full. This is the idea. And also it can swallow some food. This is the idea. So stomach. Also we have a stomach. So we did it. Now we have all these properties of our animal, except I remove here. Okay, now about constructor. Let's talk about constructor. Now I will create constructor, and we have default constructor, which doesn't take any parameters, and also we can create a constructor using fields. So let's create it in this way. So we created a constructor with these arguments. What we will do here? No, super is not default. It's calling of default constructor. But super, it's not calling. It's calling default constructor. Okay, good question. Calling of the default constructor. Constructor of a parent of the parent class. The parent for every class in Java is an object. So we have weight, we have age, brain. We will create brain here, initialize it, brain. We have heart. We have heart and we have brain. We have brain, we have heart, we initialize it. We have a stomach. Yes, we also initialize it. New stomach. What parameters do we have here? Sorry, stomach. So now this is okay. And now what we will do now? Sex, name, box, stomach. Okay, if an animal okay, let it be, let's remove this. Also, I remove now this for you and explain you a few ideas. So what we have in our class animal now? We have initialization of all of the properties. We have also inner class. It's inner class. It's also about composition, because stomach cannot be outside an animal, but it's also about composition. It's also an animal constructor. It's also a default constructor. We created, sorry, it will be, I move it down here. Sorry, here. But this is not default constructor. This constructor contains arguments, multiple arguments. All of these arguments are here. For real life, usually we don't use constructor. We are using pattern builder for these purposes. It's about design patterns, but here we will use patterns. We will use constructor because the simplest and naive approach. So bug, and also bugs our animal new bug, it will be equals to 100. Usually in a real life you will not use an array, we will use collection, list or set. But here, to simplify our task, we are using an array. So this is what I did. So I created this. I have all these fields, and what I will do here, I will create getters and setters methods for all of the fields except brain, except maybe stomach, heart, generate, and appeared now all these methods. So these are getters and setters, which allows us to modify fields of our class. Also, I will create toString, which will show for us information about structure we are using. Bug will also have method toString generate. Heart will also have method toString, and brain will also have a method toString. That's about all this. Okay, bug is red. Why bug is red? Because get name. We didn't set get name here. Let's check. So let's create for the name. I didn't put get name. Why not? No, we have get name. What is the issue here? Animal get name. No, why not get name? That's okay. What happened here? Animal. Sorry. Sorry, the question is about get name. Why it's not abstract, it's concrete. We have to save it. Sorry, we have to save before. That was the issue of Eclipse. So we did this. Also with Ukrainian students, I added method field health, the level of health. It could be integer health. So if our animal eating something, the health will be higher. Okay, in this case I will remove this and add. And the next question about override. What is the meaning of override? Override means that it should override the superclass method. Yes, absolutely right. This is annotation. You can use it or you may omit it. That's for information purposes. But if you decided to use this annotation over the method which is not override, it will be an error. Java prevents you from compiling this file. This is annotation of Java. Annotation. Good question. Good question. Yes. So this is what we do here. Also, you suggested to create idea that human can talk and animal can talk. Okay, let's do this. Void public void talk. Please look that animal is an abstract, so you cannot create concrete. So what I'm doing, abstract void talk. Any animal can talk. So in abstract class we can create abstract method. In non-abstract class you cannot create abstract method. This is the idea. In interfaces like swimmable, all of the or create in a guard, all of the methods are abstract. It's clear for you? Sure. Yes, you can. Please ask me and clarify what do you want to see. This is what you want to have, or maybe something else. This is the properties. These are the properties of our animal. These are the properties of our animal. Yes, ID, simply ID, weight, height, age, brain, it's a class, it's our data type, it's about abstraction also, heart, level of health, stomach, which is inner class, which is described here inside this class, class inside class, bug, which is separate class, array of bugs, we have name and we have sex. Maybe additional questions about this? Rahim? Additional questions or not? Can we move forward? Good. Also, this is the default constructor. You can omit this. Indeed, you can omit this. Only this word. If you don't put any constructor to a class, you will, in any case, you will have this default constructor. But if you create your own class with some parameters, you have to create default constructor if it's needed. Okay, let's look on brain. This is the brain. Brain, it's not abstract, concrete, method, think, and toString. This is the brain. Without any constructor, it means that this class has default constructor by default. This will be okay or not? Or ask question why brain is not working with your animal Java code. Sure, not a problem. Okay, what I'm doing here in default constructor, please look here. I'm initialize them here. You see that brain and heart are initialized in this way. You got the issue? What did you have? May I move forward? Rahim? Okay, I move forward. So, other questions? Please let me know if you have any other questions. What is the issue? Please write for me your error. What error do you have? Or warning or error. Write it in the chat. I believe I will help you. Okay, good question. At first, Java is a case sensitive. With the case, everything okay? The first question. The next question about the packages and about locations of your brain. Let me show you, for instance, in our case, what we can do, entities, and we can create package organs. Okay? And we put brain and heart to the organs. Move. Okay. Now it's okay. Now they are in organs, yes. And if you look here, we have import, because these classes are in different packages. Please carefully look into the names of your classes and you save them or not. Also, according to our structure, we also have a human. So we created all of these entities, but not entities, but structures. Save them. Please check the names of files, the names, they are correct or not, and packages where you save them. Did you import them? Great. May I move forward? So, okay, the next is a human, and let's create a human. New class human, and human will be, superclass of human will be animal, and also interface will be God. So we created also human. Let's look into a human. Implements God, and also according to our diagram, it's animal, it's God, and it's swimmable. So human extends animal, implements God, comma, swimmable. So we created these possibilities, and we see that that we have create. So we simply create any object of any type. We okay, the idea of inheritance, the string, new string. So these are ideas of creation and talking, and also in swimmable we have the method swim. If you want, what we can do, we can override it. How we can override it? Very simple. We can, let's do this, override implement methods, and we want to override method swim. How we can do this? Very simple. It suggests me to do this. What I'm doing, I remove this and we will have this in one line. So that's okay. So I override also method swim, which is inswimmable. So I created human. Also we can create, my suggestion also, to be more to create our example more interesting. What we can do, we can add here a dog, and put here some inheritance, signs of inheritance from swimmable and from important notice. I made small mistake here. What is this mistake? Usually this line should be consisted of okay, let me draw it properly because it's not correct. So it should be no, not this, but in this way. So it should be drawn with the if you're talking about interface, that's only about interface. So if we have this, we can remove this, and this is inheritance from and also this. This is the idea. Maybe also a dog is a God creation, but it's a creation of a God, yes, but it's not a child of a God, something like this. Okay, student, lecturer, and dog. Let's create a dog. New class dog. The superclass will be animal. Interfaces, it's a swimmable. Okay, finish. So we created talk. And what it could be, I'm a dog. I'm barking. So we override methods from animal. And now what I will do, I also forgot to add here to the human, not forgot, but we will do this now. We will create constructor to initialize this, because function of constructor is creation of this class, but also creation of we do this. We have default constructor and we also have human, yes. Okay, so we have this constructor here, and I also put here creating human constructor plus name. Also in an animal we will put the same line. With an animal we put in the constructor the same line. this line. This. Or if you want, we will not do this, but we will do this. Sorry, here. And here. This and okay, name will be here, but we will do the next, this get class, get simple name. This one, human, we can omit this because it's evident now. And now we move to the dog, and in a dog class we will add also this constructor which called parent constructors. We generate these constructors also, and I think it will be, that will be all. Also, what about dog is finished, human dog. What about animal and method to string? I believe that we will not use word animal, we will use this get class, get simple name. We will use it for very simple purpose because I don't want to run toString in all of the classes. So I created human, dog, and also let's create a student class. Student, the parent class will be human. Okay. We created student, and student will have, according to our roadmap, field double private double excellence. Also will have the method study, yes, and excellence. What I also will do, I will put here overriding toString and also override these methods. So now we have rather good information about student, and also I will put here constructors. Sorry, I will use constructors from superclass, and also I will put here excellence. And this excellence equals to excellence. So initialize the field of this class. Yes. So I created it. Also we have lecturer, which has possibility to teach. Yes. Do we have excellence here or not? Yes, we have excellence. Let's create a professor, new class or lecturer. It's also a human. Yes, and the fields of this human will be only one field. It could be education level. We name it education. Education, yes. For this purpose, I will create additional enum. Create enum education, and this enum will be education will be let me the simplest example. It could be master. It could be PhD, full Doctor of Science, maybe something like this. And education we have now. Lecture. So now lecturer has an education, and now I'm and method, about the method teach. Okay, method teach, public void teach, I'm teaching, yes. And if you are looking into the student, let's check public. It's a public, that's okay. And now I initialize it everything with a constructor, and also I will add education here, education. This education equals to education. So we created this example, and we will put here method toString, which will inherit all the fields and also will print education. So I did it. So we have this. Also, what we can do, we can add here in teach student, yes. And what we can do, I'm teaching student get name. Also, we'll have simple relation, yes, between two classes. I'm teaching, yes, this is teach student. I'm teaching a student. So let's create now in our runnable, this is our application, yes. Let's create roles which we created here. So what we will do, at first we can create any. What is important? It is important that we can generalize, and we can create, for instance, student 1 new student, and let's put to the student the fields. Its ID, for instance, ID, so 1. What the problem here? Import, yes, we have to import it. Student 1, then we have weight, for instance, 70 kilos. We have height. The next field is age, 20. The next is brain. Oh, brain. No. Let's brain. I believe that it shouldn't be. Oh, let's create and update it. We shouldn't initialize them in this way. Shouldn't do this. And now we have to move to an animal. And human. Also, we have to fix this. But what we can do, sorry, that stupid implementation was, that was stupid move. What I'm doing now, I simply copy paste it and create additional constructor without these fields. What I have to do, remove brain and heart, and also without a box. So that will be good for us. That will be good for us. Also for animal we'll create with a box. Okay, also with a box. With the box. So this is the ideas of creation of also humans also have a bug. Okay, let's move forward. We created additional constructor simply. So we have age, and now we reduce the amount. I saved it. Yes, I saved it, but human. Oh, without a brain. Also without a brain. Also I have to add constructor from superclass. This one. Okay, two constructors. I add two constructors here. Yes, and also to the dog I have to add them. But okay, let's move to fill these needed things. Okay, student, and student, also a student. How student, also a student. Oh, and a student I also have to put okay, but also I put here, like in the previous example, I put an excellence, put here, and put it here, and don't forget to put, I have not forget to put in these 1, 2. So created, yes, I created them. Now I move to our app, student with a name. Yes, name of our student will be, let it be Akim. Yes, and gender of our student could be only gender, could be male. And also we have excellence will be 95. It's good? Excellence, yes, Akim, I believe yes. To show you that we can have multiple implementations, we can, because also student is an animal, student 2 could be, for instance, Ihor. Excellence could be 93. And for instance, he's 21, he's a bit different, and he's with the ID 2. Animal, yes, you see, I also have to import it. Yes, also if you are talking about a dog, yes, we can talk the dog is an animal. Dog 1 equals to new dog, and we will use, okay, let's move to the dog constructor, and let's create simpler constructor, not to be more complicated for us. Weight without brain, heart, initialization, because it's not needed, but with the bugs. In any case, we have to add bugs. This will be removed here, and maybe, okay, what additional things? Weight, height, age. Let it be weight, let it be age, box, name, and sex. Eclipse suggests me to create also this one. I put it here. I remove this to weight, ID, name, this and this. So weight is not present here, so that's okay. Now we have a dog. We can create a dog. Let's create a dog. Dog ID will be 3. Also weight will be 10 kilos. Also, oh, I removed them. What is the issue with this? Dog, weight, height. Maybe also height is not needed here. Age. Okay, let's move here and let's check. So in a dog we have age, box, and name. Yes, and we also have box. Okay, let's create box. Box equals to new bug, and here in a curly brackets we will create new bug with a name buggy1. buggy3, and import bug. Also have to import. So I created the bugs. Now I have these bugs here, bugs, and also what I will do here, bugs, they are present here, and new dog, bugs, name and sex. Name, what is the name? Rex. And gender, male. Good. So we created a dog. What is the issue again? Import. Okay, we imported it. And what is the issue now? Double bug. Int double. Also we have to put additional value here. Let it be 20. It's a height and weight. Let it be to simplify our task. So animal, yes. We also can create directly dog. Dog2. ID is 4. 7 kilos. Height maybe 10. Bugs, the same bugs maybe. It will be like, I don't know why, but it could be female to provide some diversity. So we have student, 2 students, we have 2 dogs. You see that suggestion. Please, when you are creating your objects, use more general type which you can use for your purpose. And now let's do the next. Let's create also lecturer. Also lecturers could be, it could be very good, very good. We can create 2 lecturers, lecturer 1 and lecturer 2. And here what we are doing, lecturer and another one. And also we have to move to lecturer and reduce the amount of constructor details. because we have to remove them. Good. And let's use the simplest constructor. Good, this one. Weight, height, good, very good. So what I'm doing here, lecturer, this, and this, and this, and also lecturer has also age, name, gender, but also has education. And now we are adding here an education. This education equals to education. Good. So we provided all the fields needed for the lecturer and education. So it's exact and good constructor for us. Okay. What about this? Here we provide education. One of them will be PhD, and it could be, for instance, Andrei. And let's provide, okay, age may be a bit different, or maybe 30 and 51, Igor or Oleg. Gender male, and put education, and it could be a full Doctor of Science. So we have 2 professors. Maybe Sergey, if you want. So one is God, yes. Oh, what? It's okay. Let it be Bogdan, because it's too in person. So we have all these objects. What I suggest to do, what we will do at first, let's do the next. Sys out, box. What box we created? Plus arrays, toString, and then box. So we created this box. Then what we created again, we created student 1, then we created student 2, then we created dog 1, a dog. And then we created dog 2, the dog 2. Then we created lecturer. Lecture 1. And then we provide ability to print on the screen lecture 2. So we did it. And now what we are having here. We created them. Let's run our program. Let's check it worked or not. And after this program execution, we will see multiple different messages from all these classes. Also, I will share this code with you. I believe you can use GitHub, yes, or GitLab. Rahim, yes or not? And also, what we will do, the next doc. What doc can do? Okay, nothing. Doc 2 can, do you see this? Talk. It's talking. Doc 1. Doc 1 can. Where is swimming? I don't see a swimming method, but okay, let it be. Ah, sorry, doc 1. Only doc 2 can swim, I believe. Why? Because only doc 2 can swim because Okay, to 10 and to 50, let it be this way. That's okay or not? Yes, that's okay. Why not? Because animal doesn't implement interface swimmable. So dog 1 can't swim at all. So dog 1 can't swim because an animal, if you look here, you see dog 1 is an animal, yes? But dog 2 is a dog. If you declare also dog 3 in this way, let me show you. Dog 3, new dog like a 3, and you tell dog 3 swim, it's also possible. That's good. But dog 1 can't. Which is not swimmable. That's the idea. That's an idea, and also bugs. If you move through the loop, bugs, yes. You can do bugs I, and each bug can what to do. In our example, bugs have methods or not? Let's look into the bug. Bugs had some method. Public. It's not a public. You see? That's why I can't call it public. I changed to the public. That's why I can do it. So I'm writing here bit, yes, and let's but animal, so we can put here some animal, and it could be, let it be dog 2. Sorry, we haven't to print on the screen something. Oh yes, we have to print on the screen, but what we will do the next. Do this and also do this bugs I bit this. So this is an idea how we will show the logic, and then we have a lecture, yes. Lecturer 1, he has only ability to create. Lecturer 2, but what about other methods? So maybe this lecturer is more scientist than researcher, developer, than teacher. Yes, and lecturer 2 can only talk. Yes, lecturer 2 can only eat some food. We will do this, or we will miss something at all. He can, like any animal, he can sleep. Let's check an animal, what methods we provide for it. No, we provide only talk. We only provide talk. I missed. Okay, let's do this. Public void it. Eating. You got idea. Sleeping now. I will not put I'm only for simplification, and it will be rather lecturer can sleep. Yes, lecturer can, that's all. But if we want our lecturer to be able to what to do, let's do this. And we put here lecturer. And name is lecturer 3. Okay, let it be Andrei. For diversity, and it's not will be, it will be 28. Yes. Lecturer 3, this lecturer will be able to also, lecturer 3 will be able to not also will be, he will be able to create. Lecturer 3 will be able to eat. Lecturer 3 will be able to, I didn't make love, but also love. And lecturer 3 can have, can talk also, yes, but also lecturer 3 can, because he instate all the methods, and he can teach students, and we can put here, for instance, student 1. Yes, what happened here? Student, that's okay. Teach. Student is not what is the issue? Student, you see that student is a god. I can't teach god. That's not according to logic, yes. But what about usual students? Do we have usual students? Animal, okay, let's create usual student. Because I can't, but I can put here, any student is an animal. You agree with me, yes? So, no, I don't mean that animal, yes, but I mean that lecturer can teach also an animal. Yes? That don't mean, please don't think that student is an animal, but I simply mean that student 1 is a god, yes, you see, but student 2 is an animal. And also let's provide student 3. So we have so we have 3 students, yes, and also we can teach students 3, and also I can teach, what about Rex or dog? What about dogs? Dog 1, good. Dog 2, good. And dog 3, also good. So I did this. So you see, yes? So we created, also in animal we have method, I forgot about method, public void abstract void love with other animal, yes. And let's implement this method in a human. We have to implement this method. Add implement because abstract method. So if animal instance of instance of human then this and in this case this may be strange, but okay. And now we move here and we see here that animal also should be have implementation, and what we have here, we do the same. We move here and check if instance of a duck, yes, then loves, it's impossible to have love. Good, good. So instance of is checking for instantiation of these classes. So now we can do let it be lecturer 1, lecturer 2 to be more let it be this option PhD. Okay, it will be good. So now we can say that lecturer 3 love lecturer 4, yes, and also if we run this doc 3, we will see some message, and lecturer doc 2 love doc 3. That will be good. So we run this, and what we will see? Oh, we'll see some illegal format conversion. Let's check. Okay, we are talking about what we are talking about. We are talking about what of the lines of the code. Sorry, it should be D because it's integer values. That's okay now. I run my code, run, and you see Andrei loves Natalia, Laika loves Nike. That's for instance, the names could be different. So these are the ideas of our code. I will share this code with you, and maybe there are other questions about this class. Rahim? I ask, what questions do you have? Maybe you have some questions. So I created for you repository. So I created for you repository, Git repository, and clone this repository into the GitLab. I share this link under the video. So you can use it for it's good for you to use GitHub, GitLab. So I created it, and okay, now that's all. Bye. The link will be under the video in the description. So please check video in our course and acknowledge with the code we wrote together. So for today that's all. Bye. See you next week.